Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today for you, I am doing a bit of a get ready with me. It is the 25th of November and I haven't used my new camera yet to do a makeup look, so I thought I would try it out and see what it looks like, and I'm pretty impressed so far from just looking at my screen that's behind. So let me know and give me a thumbs up if it looks okay. So yeah, so today is a Sunday and I am going to a carvery later with my other half. We don't go very often, it's not something that we do very often, so I thought it'd be a nice kind of little treat for us, because obviously over Christmas it can just get crazy busy and we don't have a lot of time to ourselves. So I thought, yeah, it'd be really good just to go out and have some nice food. So I thought we'd just do, yeah, a bit of my favourites get ready with me, and my favourite sort of products and stuff like that. So first of all, I'm going to prime my face with my Becca First Light priming filter. I'm really annoyed with myself actually because this was on offer over Black Friday on QVC and I didn't actually get one, and I'm about halfway through my bottle, and this is now one of my definite 100% go-to products which I never want to be without. Every other primer I've used I've just not loved as much as this one, and I just feel that this does something for my skin that no other primer has ever done. As well as stopping my breakouts somehow. I'm not quite sure. Maybe it's because it's got lavender in it and it's meant to be calming. I'm not sure, but it just, the luminosity that it gives is just so nice. I do actually have the backlight priming filter, which is like more of a goldy colour, but because I've got quite like a red tone to my skin, I just feel that this works a little bit better for me. Yeah, the formulas just seems to have, I don't know, like transformed my skin. Like foundation no longer sits in my lines heavily, which is just amazing. And I do use quite a lot of it. I'm quite, you know, generous, so to speak, when putting it on. You know, I don't skimp. I do a full pump and really rub it in, but I always think it looks really, really good, so can't complain. I'm not a big fan of the smell, but it doesn't really bother me massively. I'm also going to prime my eyes with my normal primer. That's the Balm one. Put a lid on it. I've had this for a while now and I just love it. I have got another one to try, which is a Zoeva one, but the formula of it seems a bit strange. It's a bit kind of thicker, so I'm not really sure how I'm going to get on with that. So that's my skin primed and ready. So I'm just going to take you through, while that's sinking in, some of the other products that we are going to be using today. So the first thing that I thought I would crack open, because I haven't opened this yet and I wanted to open it and use it for today, because today is a nice day and, you know, I want my skin to look amazing, is the Giorgio Armani foundation. This one here is the Luminous Silk. I actually went up to John Lewis in Southampton and got colour matched for this, because I had seen quite a few people who've got similar like skin types to me absolutely rave about it, and I wanted to try it. I've got the shade number 2. That's that one there. There you go, number 2. And it just, oh, I love it more than the NARS, to be honest. So that is like my top foundation now. Normally I use NARS, but today today we're using a different one. So first of all, I'm going to go in with my trusty Tarte Shape Tape. I'm actually starting to get to the bottle of the end of my first bottle of this. I can see like there's a line in the bottle about here where there's just like the remaining bit of product, but I know from watching Breakup Makeup, and I'll link their channel below, because if you haven't seen it, it's absolutely fucking brilliant. Excuse my swearing, but it's a really good channel. I know from them that you can get quite a lot more out of this if you fiddle around with the bottle a bit. So I probably will do that because it is an expensive product and I don't want to waste product by just throwing it away. So I will probably show you how to get more out of this if you're interested. When you kind of feel like you can't get any more out, you can indeed. So I'll do a video on that at some point. So I'm just gonna go in around my slightly redder areas and just tap that in using a damp beauty blender. I've also got quite a few other videos planned for this week, which hopefully I'm going to get to record today. I want to do a video on how to clean my makeup brushes, how to store my bubble bars. I've got one to do on what I got for Black Friday. What else have I got to film? Probably have a bath tonight, so I'll use a bubble bar or a bath bomb. Probably need to do a sheet mask one as well. I'm so overwhelmed with how many sheet masks I have at the moment. I'm like, I could actually do a video on them and show you all the sheet masks I have, and you guys could like pick or tell me which ones you'd quite like me to use. I don't know, maybe. I'll put that a little bit on my nose as well. Oh, there's just something about Tarte Shape Tape that just makes you look so much more awake and like ready for the day. Like I could probably get away with going out without anything else on other than a bit of Shape Tape, but you know, nah, not today. So it does actually come with a pump, this foundation, and that is amazing because every other foundation these days doesn't seem to come with a pump. So I'm just going to pump a little bit on my hand. There we go. Okay, and I'm probably going to use a little bit more than this, but you know, let's just see how we get on. Yep, definitely going to be using a bit more than this. But it's just one of these foundations that just makes your skin look like your skin, but in a really flawless way, which I absolutely love. Like, oh, it's just beautiful. I definitely need a little bit more. So that was 1.5 pumps. I definitely need 2. It's a 2 pump foundation, peeps. Put some on my forehead and a little bit around here. Maybe my first pump was a little bit not as much as it probably should have been. That may be why. I just feel that this colour is just such a good match for me. Like, it's just perfect. I don't think they could have come out with a foundation colour that was more perfect for my skin. Like, Serbia's pretty good from NARS, but I just prefer this so much. I don't know what it is, but it just is so much better. The other thing I found with this is that I don't have to set it quite as heavily as the NARS. The NARS tends to lift quite a lot when I am applying like powder over the top. So if I'm doing a contour, it tends to just lift slightly, and it's really annoying. Because you apply, you put it on and you're just like, there you go, I've put on all this amazing makeup and it looks really pretty, and then you go and put something else on and over the top, and it just doesn't work. So yeah, so I think 2 pumps is plenty. I still have some left on my hand, so I'm just going to try and put that back, and you can unscrew this if you need to. Oh yes. Okay. Yep, and that's easy to put any back if you've over pumped, which is fab. Yeah, absolutely love that. Beautiful. It just looks so flawless. Like, I love the finish. I think it's really good. I'm just going to go in now slightly with some RCMA powder. This is my go-to setting powder for my foundation. And what I tend to do is use the lid and just tap on a tiny little bit in the lid, and you only need like the smallest amount, and then just a big fluffy brush. So this is just like a Real Techniques one, and I'm just going to swirl that in the lid till there's no powder left, and then I'm just going to tap that under the eye around here, and then just where I'm going to put any powder, and then just a tiny bit on the end of my nose, because it's important to make sure that your nose is powdered. Oh, I didn't realise you can actually see my cat in the background. He's having a bit of a lazy day today. Not that he isn't lazy all the time, but yeah, it's nice to have him little featured in the videos occasionally. Right, okay, so first of all we want to go in and do my contour. I always use the same contour product, and it is a blusher by MAC. It's just really the perfect colour for me, and this has lasted me quite a while now. I got this at the beginning of February, I think, and it's just, I can never remember the colour, and I'm not very good at getting out the pot, so I'm just going to leave it in there, and one day I'll remember to tell you actually what it is. But it is just it's a blusher rather than a contour powder, and it just works for me really well because I'm pale and every other contour on me just looks really stupid. But if you've got any contours that you recommend for people with pale skin, just, you know, leave a comment below. And I tend to do quite a soft chisel into my hairline. You see that? On both sides. I always find that one side tends to look better than the other, and I can never really, I don't know why. One just always looks a bit more triangular. I don't bake my contour though. I think I don't need that level of shape as of yet. And then I'm just going to go into my hairline up here. I don't tend to do a lot round my forehead because I do go in and use a bronzer, but just up there and here. I don't know if I've ever shown you how I store my makeup pots, my makeup brushes. This is a chip bucket from Poundland, and they were £1, and I've got 2 of them, and I just keep all my makeup brushes in them, and they're just like little pots, and eventually one day maybe I'll be able to like hang them on the wall or something like that, but Yeah, who knows, but I just find them so easy to use, and they're just the perfect size. Oh, your brushes. I'm then going to go in with my MAC bronzer, but it's not really a bronzer. This is the medium tan mineralized skin finish, and it is literally meant to be like a foundation, but for me it's a bronzer because I'm so pale. And I'm just going to work that into my hairline at the top. I'm just going to blend that in, and that just blends in the contour. And then I'm just going to go over my contour here and then just up into this area and blend it upwards. And I just feel that just kind of cements everything together and makes me a little bit warmer. It does indeed. Okay, and then just going to go down here and add a little bit across the bottom of my jaw, just to blend everything in. Don't add a lot, just a little bit to make it look not so drastic, and that the top is balanced with the bottom to some extent. So for my eyeshadow today, I'm going to be using the Morphe palette, and this is the 35O. It's a bit of an old faithful, I guess, for most people now, and I use it quite a lot. I've had it for about a year. I don't think I've ever done a look with it on camera, mostly because I don't feel that, I think most people know about it, they've used it, they love it, and they don't really need someone to sit there and tell them about it again. But, you know, like I said, when you're, you know, you've got a special event on, or you're doing something nice, you want to make sure that your makeup is on point. And it's just one of those perfect reach over to palettes that you just have no doubt in your mind that your makeup is going to look fantastic, it's going to last all day, and it's just pretty, and you know, it has the right colours for me, because these colours just work perfectly for me, absolutely perfectly. And when I say these colours, I very much mean these orange tones that are at the end here. I don't tend to dive much into like the darker browns or anything like that. I tend to stick with the sort of more orangey tones, and then just do some sort of like, you know, sort of little bit of contrast with the darker tones, but not really very much. I don't tend to touch the sort of more coppery brown colours that are in here, just because I don't need to. Fabulous. Right, so that is the base layer down. I'm then going to go in and just put some of this brown through my crease. And it's just like a warm sort of reddy brown. Nothing too exciting. And then I'm just going to go back in with that all over colour and just diffuse the edge. I'm going to go in with the first orange, second orange, so I'll probably do that one all over, and then that one in the middle, and then I'll probably put a darker colour in the corner. I actually went out last night as well, actually, so I'm a bit of a party goer this week. It was a work do, which is always nice to attend, because we did the Christmas party, but then we had one of the girls was leaving, so we had like an extra little little party, which was really nice, and went out and had some pizza. And I don't get to go out as much as I would like for food. Fabulous. And then I'm just going to work some of the more ready tone through the crease using a very small brush, just to kind of give that a little bit of continuity, but just to kind of warm it up a little bit again. I'm just going to take a darker brown colour in the corner and then just smoke that out slightly. Just to give it a little bit of depth. And then I'm just going to take a big fluffy brush, just like that. This is a Morphe M330, and then I'm just going to buff all over the top, make sure that's nicely blended. Smashing job. Okay, so I'm just going to go in with some eyeliner and mascara. The eyeliner that I'm using at the moment is the Tattoo eyeliner from Kat Von D. I love this because it's a brush rather than a felt tip. So what I find with a lot of brush with the felt tips is that over time, if you start doing it over your eyeshadow, it tends to clog up and you don't tend to get enough, like a full lifespan out of this. But with the brush you can just like clean it off with a little bit of tissue and make sure that all the bristles are nice and clean. And then I'm also going to go in with the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, because I can. And I'm back. I also did my eyebrows, I forgot to mention, and at the moment I'm using the Cabrow one there by Benefit, and this is in the shade number 3. There we go. And sometimes I feel like it's a little bit light, and sometimes I feel like it's a little bit, yeah, light. So sometimes I think I should have probably gone for the 4, but to be fair, this was on offer when I bought it and only in this colour, so I went for the cheapest option. So yeah, that is pretty much. Oh, I tell you what we've forgotten is highlighter. Now there is a highlighter that I've been absolutely loving. One second. And it is the Sophie Does Nails highlighting palette, and I think I'm going to use this today. So I always like to, with this palette, I find mixing like these 2 shades together, but I think I might mix the white with the goldy colour today. And the goldy colour is a little bit more like, oh, it's just pretty, so pretty. And I think because I've got sort of like the orange tones in my eyes, I think that will work pretty well. But you only need like a tiny amount. There you go. Oh, we're looking glowy. Oh. And then I might just use the white that's in this palette, just to go in around the tops of my eyes. Oh, that's so pretty! Lovely job. Okay, so that is me done for the day, other than sorting out my hair, which is another thing altogether. So yeah, oh, lips. Forgot lips. So I think today for my lips I'm going to just go in with a little bit of gloss, and today I'm going to be using the My Little Pony Ultra Gloss colour. I am absolutely in love with these. They are super sparkly, but really subtle at the same time. They're just absolutely gorgeous. I don't know if it's going to focus. There we go. The wands are a little bit thin, but wow, I just absolutely I've never been a big one for wearing lots of lip colour because I never find that it lasts particularly long. So I'm not expecting this to last very long because it's a gloss. But they are so iridescent and sparkly that when you move it just catches the light, and they're just really, really pretty, and I love them. I think they're absolutely great. I wish they had brought out more colours because I would have got more. Yeah, just really, really nice. And you can, like, you know, add some lipstick on underneath if you want to, but for me this is plenty. I don't know if you're going to be able... Oh, there you go. And that's it. So that's me done and ready for the day. I hope you enjoyed this get ready for with me. I'm off now to go and have a carvery with my other half. So you guys have an amazing day. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this get ready with me, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Take care. Bye.